A lot of people is coming up to us and said, "Oh, now I know exactly what Le Fix is." And we say, "Okay, that's good for you because we don't know."
You know, if it's like this today, it should be like that tomorrow.
Le Fix is a group of people, different people, and the whole idea behind it is that we do different stuff and connect it and put it into one piece.
The group of Le Fix people knew each other since we was like 12 years.
We had the same background through graffiti and art and stuff like that.
If it wouldn't have been for graffiti, there wouldn't have been any Le Fix.
That way it was natural for us to be together, and we always been drawing and painting and did a lot of visual stuff actually. We didn't know what we wanted to do in the start.
Hey, let's do an art group. Let's do an art collective. Let's be arty like that. Because we actually don't come from an arty background.
That's kind of how we started Le Fix products, I think. But it wasn't a product at all. It was just for fun. It was an art thing.
Benny is for the fashion and Rasmus is maybe for the graphic and the painting, and I'm in it for the woodwork.
We grew up on hip-hop. We grew up on people in a fucking nice pair of Adidas tracksuit, and you couldn't get those tracksuits anywhere. So you had to look in second-hand stores for that stuff. So in that way, we were always into looking good in our own slummy way. We liked fat laces, we liked shell toes, we liked suede pumas. And we also grew up on Nike and all these brands. We're like the first brand kids.
I really love our logo, which is a figure called Kai.
Kai, for us, from our background as coming from graffiti, he's like a throw-up, he's like a tag. You just want people to recognize it.
Our logo has a lot more power than we actually thought.
Then we started up doing all these t-shirts and stuff, and we did more and more, and some people like it and came into the shop and bought it. We started out selling in a shop in London called Bond. They really liked our stuff. We met up with some Japanese guys that had an office in London. Suddenly we were doing business in Japan. We never had a collection. We had to do like a whole production thing in our small studio, and so we kind of did a drawing area and a packaging area and a wood area in like a really small room. We did like 5 collections for Japan. It was simply too much for us. We couldn't handle it. So we dropped it. We started out again, and now we decided not to go to Japan like in the start.
It was funny to see a brand that was so, at that time, independent from other companies and did not have a strategy at the same as more commercial brands has. It was more like go with the flow.
I see, very young guys who buys t-shirts and stuff from Le Fix, or it could be one of on my age. And I think because of their story, because of their background with the arts thing behind it, the street culture behind it, I think it's a subculture. It's a strong brand.
Today it's an art group that do clothing and tattooing and art. Le Fix in 5 words. It's real, and it's funny, and it's a learning process, and it's happiness, and it's life. And that's the whole spirit about Le Fix. you never know what's gonna happen.
I was once told by a very clever man until he got drunk that you can never go out and buy yourself a success, but if you go out and get a success, money will come eventually. And I think we're aiming for the last one and then get drunk.